Why does it, oh god, I don't know why it's not working. It just says upcoming. Does it work now? You see me? Yeah, I had to reboot it like 3 times because it kept saying that it was just a premiere and not a live stream. I don't know why. Gosh. All right. Back again. So hype, so lit adrenaline. So it is July 7th. I hope everyone's having a fabulous July 7th. It only comes once a year, y'all. Once a year, July 7th comes around. Only 4 days until July 11th. And we all know what's happening July 11th. Free slushy at 7-Eleven. Do they still do that? Or is that like budget cuts? Did that get lost in the budget cuts? You know? It's working now. Okay, good. Good. So today we are going to be checking in with Girly Pop. We have a lot to get through, actually. We have some housekeeping items, and then we are going to move into the recap of last night's members-only live stream, and then we are going to be covering the vlog. So we have a full plate tonight, but I have faith in us that we are able to take down our full plate as easily as Amber does. So that's what we will be doing tonight. Tentative schedule. Hopefully everybody's doing well. Some of y'all still settling in. Monzi, hello, and thank you for 6 months of Twitch Prime. I really appreciate that. Speaking of Twitch Prime, I think that Twitch Prime Day is tomorrow? Is it tomorrow? Or did it start today? I don't know. There's some type of like Prime deal going on this week. I don't know if that's today or tomorrow or whatever, but it's coming up for Amazon Girly Pops. We also had K Marby resubscribe for a 17th month coming up on their 1.5 year anniversary. I really appreciate all of those months, K Marby. Hopefully you'll be around for another 17. Thank you so much. I appreciate that, K Marb. Dawn Barn, thank you so much. Amber's arms make me hungry for cottage cheese. Now, what about Amberlynn's arms specifically remind you of cottage cheese? And then to take it a little bit further, why would you be wanting said cottage cheese after having that thought? You know, Emily goes by many names. Oak, Willow, Leseat. But I've never seen the username Dawn Barn. You're not slick, Emily. You're not slick. Apathetic Ash, thank you. I'm here faster than my DoorDasher asking for marriage. You are single? Let me know next time you can thank me. Thank you, Apathetic Ash. I hope your marriage is long-lasting and very fulfilling. Faith, thank you for all those bits. Mallory Michelle, hello, happy Monday. Like the stream, girls, if you can. You can and you will. How about that? You can and you will like the stream. But no, really. I'd appreciate it, and so would Mallory Michelle, if you guys would click that little thumbs up button on YouTube. It helps with everything and everything. Okay, let's get into it. We are going to take a look at a couple housekeeping items, and then we're going to move on into the recap. So this went up on, I believe, Saturday evening. Or yeah, I think this past Saturday. This is what went up on Amberlynn's community tab. She did not do a live stream last Tuesday, and everybody was kind of wondering, well, when are you going to make up the live stream? She said that she would be going live Sunday at 8:30 p.m., which was last night. And she has a few announcements. There's a few things that she needs to clear up before said live stream would begin. She said, after kind of giving a look at how things have been going, how things have been taking place in the live streams, she has made the executive decision to now do her live streams for only 1 hour versus 2 hours. She's noticed that a lot of the chat is engaged and excited, and the chat is more lively during the first hour, but things tend to peter off and slow down as the second hour takes course. To keep energy up in her live streams and make sure that Amberlynn and the audience's time together feels fun and focused, she's going to be trimming it down to only 1 hour of live streaming. Well, at least something is getting trimmed down. At least something is getting trimmed down, right? Right? I mean, we might be pushing an 8X, but at least something is, yeah. So, kind of in a way blaming the audience. I think that the onus, responsibility is on the live streamer to keep people engaged, to keep people wanting to be there, to keep things fun, to keep things fresh. When she says that she's noticing that a bunch of people in the chat are super active and engaged, but then that energy dies down over the first hour, well, then maybe you need to kind of look at what you're doing that second hour, maybe your energy, because really you're the one that sets the tone. If things are boring, if things aren't exciting, if things aren't, moving at the pace that you want them to, I mean, is that on the chat or is that on you, the streamer? Because, I mean, there's one of you and there might be hundreds of people in the chat. Like, is it all their fault or is it your fault? I mean, you're the one pressing go live. You are the captain of this ship. This is true Amberlynn fashion, though, to be pointing the blame in other directions and attribute other people's wrongdoing for the shortcomings of her work ethic. But yeah, she said that she's going to be only doing 1 hour of live streaming from now on, and that she will be doing them in a public setting, which means everybody gets to watch, which means that reaction channels will be able to react to this content because it will not be behind a paywall. So you do not have to pay the $5.99 or the $9.99 a month to be a member on Amberlynn's channel. Everyone will get to watch. However, and this is how it was back in the day, only members will be able to chat in the live stream. So if you want to participate in the chat, like many of you are in my chat right now, you need to be paying the $4.99 a month. That's the way it is. Anybody can super chat, however. So if you want to be in the chat, you can pay $4.99 a month, and that will give you 1 month of chatting, assuming that you don't get banned or suspended from her channel. However, you don't have to become a member, and you could just send in a super chat. I think that the value, though, would be more so in the $4.99 membership, because you would get to chat every week for an hour versus just sending in one super chat. But the point I'm trying to make is you don't have to be a member to send her a super chat for her to read something. So Amberlynn is going to be making more money off of this, because what this does is this opens it up to a whole lot more people, and a whole lot more people will be experiencing that FOMO. They will see people in the chat and they'll be like, oh, well, I want to say something too. Oh, I want to spam that emoji. So people will be seeing, oh, hey, members only. People will think to themselves, $4.99. Okay. They'll pay the $4.99. They'll become a member, and then they'll get to talk in the chat. So it's becoming public, which means I and other reaction channels will begin to react to her live streams, assuming that there is content worth reacting to. So we will only be doing these write-ups of the live streams that are the members only stuff for a little while longer. These like large paragraphs that I write out and everything that take place in her live stream, that this format will be gone, and we will go back to reacting to the content like we do with everything else. Will I be reacting to the full stream? No, most likely not. If I do react to the live stream in its full duration, it will be at a faster speed, but I'm thinking that we will be doing some skipping around. Like if I know that 10 minutes go by where she gets up to allegedly take Twinkie outside to pee, or she's going to, take a piss or something like that, we're obviously going to skip forward through that. If she's doing like the Torrid or the Orca cards and that's extremely boring, we'll probably fast forward through that as well. So, no is my short answer. We're not going to be sitting on here and watching Amberlynn for 2 hours is basically what I'm getting at. Kudos to the reactors that decide to do that, though, because I don't have it in me. Amberlynn says that this new change on her channel and the public live streams is going to preserve the heart of the community while also giving more people a chance to see what the live streams are all about so that they can tune in as well. This decision was brought up about a month and a half ago, and the community that is Amberlynn's members on her channel, they didn't like this. They like the small, tight-knit community. They like the intimate audience. They like to be able to talk to Amberlynn one-on-one. The people that are paying this monthly subscription are fearful that Amberlynn will kind of submit to the chaos. She'll get tossed in the mud. She'll get exposed to trolls. And furthermore, the people that pay to be a member on her channel feel that they will then become targets because everyone on YouTube will be able to see their username. Everyone on YouTube will be able to see that they pay Amberlynn a monthly fee, and then that makes them a target. So that's why there was a big push by Amberlynn's members to say, well, you know what, I don't want it to go public. I don't want there to be more people in here. I don't want there people, to be watching that aren't paying for this. I only want people that pay her monthly to be able to view these live streams. However, Amberlynn has made the executive decision that that is not going to be the case. They are going to be public, but members will be the only people that get to talk. This is a smart decision from Amberlynn's point of view financially because engagement around the Amberverse is dying down over the past few weeks. I think it's kind of been at an all-time low, not the band. So Amberlynn needs to be making more money, and she can do that in a form of a live stream because when she makes the live stream public, then she can run ads on the live stream and she'll be making more money. That, in addition to, I think that she actually will have more members. I think this whole keeping it behind a paywall and doing a members only live stream loses her the opportunity to get more members because people don't really know what they're paying for. If you pay to become a member on her channel, it's kind of whatever she'll provide for you. But if you're able to see the stream every week and you're able to see the chat, it's okay, well, now I know what I'm paying for. So this will make her more money. She will argue the opposite point, but we'll get to that in a moment. Amberlynn goes on to say that she feels bad for people on YouTube that are unable to pay to be a member of hers. And that this new change of public live streams will go into effect Tuesday, August 5th, so that it gives everyone an appropriate amount of time to decide whether or not they want to keep their membership. So for people that renewed their membership as of yesterday, they have 30 days to make the decision of if they want to renew come August 5th when the format changes. Amberlynn did this so that people weren't able to point their fingers at her and say, oh, well, are we going to get refunds because you changed the format? She's doing this to cover her big back, to have it so people can't have any ammunition to say things like, oh, well, I don't agree with this, so I want a refund. She's giving people a month in advance to know. So this is why this is happening. August 5th is when this is going to change. And you guys, or the paying members of Amberlynn's community, have until then to decide whether or not they want to be a member, or if they no longer want to be a member. She is excited for this new chapter of public live streams, and she hopes that you will be as well. So there were comments on this paragraph that Amberlynn wrote up, and really the only one that mattered was a comment posted by the user Skincare by Mandy. Skincare by Mandy wrote under this wall of text that Amberlynn's greed is going crazy. Amberlynn refutes this statement by saying, if this decision were about greed, I wouldn't be doing something that's going to make me lose members, which in fact will make me lose money. This is kind of what is maddening and frustrating about Amberlynn, is because we all know the answer. It's all very straightforward in front of our faces. We're all able to interpret this. I don't know why Amberlynn feels that she needs to lie about this, or she needs to take the higher ground and say, well, actually, like, just own it. Just own it. I mean, you don't go up to the person at Subway making your sandwich and say, oh, you're just doing this for money, aren't you? I don't think that there's any shame in owning that you are a YouTube channel because you use it as a way to make money. We know that this is Amberlynn's only source of income. I don't know why she's trying to rationalize it in her brain of, oh, well, I actually am doing this so that more people get to watch, not because I want to make more money. She's making more money. She's not able to run AdSense on her live streams when they're members only, because you're members only, you're paying to be there. Therefore, she can't run ads because that membership is included in that. It's kind of like HBO, like how HBO doesn't have commercials. It's because people are paying a monthly membership to be there. It like makes up for it. You know what I mean? So she's able to now run ads on her live streams. That will make her a lot of money. So she's making money on that. And similarly, I think that this will actually encourage people to become members on her stream. I think when she first started out, when she first started doing the members only live streams, it was like she was getting like, I don't know, 500 to 600 members, something like that. So, I mean, $10 a month, y'all can do the math. So I don't know why she's trying to do this. I don't know why she's trying to make it seem like she's doing this for anything other than a pay boost. I mean, obviously, she's losing viewership. She's losing engagement. She's losing interest on YouTube. So, I mean, you don't really need to rationalize it or explain yourself to anyone. I mean, a more sound argument to this Skincare by Mandy person calling her greedy would be, I'm just trying to make money on this platform like everybody else. I'm just doing my job. I'm just monetizing my work. I'm just trying to find another avenue on this website to make ends meet. That would be a more straightforward, respectable approach. But for some reason, Amberlynn wants to say, nah, I'm not greedy. I'm doing this because I feel bad for all the people out there that can't afford a $9.99 a month membership. I'm doing it out of the goodness of my heart, not because I want to make more money. Like, people would respect you more if you just didn't bullshit them. And time again shows that Amberlynn loves to treat her audience like they're stupid and that they don't know anything and that they can't put two and two together and that you guys are just zombie sheep. Let's get the zombie sheep emoji in the chat. You guys are just zombie sheep. You can't think for yourself. Amberlynn's out here doing it for all the zombie sheep that can't pay the $9.99 a month. Wow. What a bleeding heart. So yeah, Amberlynn takes the opposite approach of Skincare by Mandy and fights back with this very moronic statement, in my opinion. That was really all the tea that there was to go over under that community post. I would now like to go over the recap of yesterday's live stream. I will warn you that it was pretty boring, similarly to a lot of the other streams. They have been very boring lately. Amberlynn attributes this boring atmosphere to her recent ability to stay on Zoloft. That she's finally making progress with her mental health. She doesn't want to be in the mud anymore. She doesn't want to fight with reaction channels. She wants to be that mellow kind of girly pop that takes life one day at a time, and she wants to make rational, good, long-lasting decisions. So today's live stream is called July 7th, Phone Streaming Lynn. The live stream started off with her not really being able, well, similarly to my live stream actually, couldn't get her live stream to work. She was not able to do her live stream on her laptop like she normally does. So she actually streamed from her phone and used her AirPods audio. In my opinion, the audio was pretty crappy. I think that if Amberlynn is going to be live streaming like this, she needs a standalone mic like this, like, you know, the thing that I use. Like, she needs one of these. I mean, they're not that expensive. I think when I bought this, when I first started streaming, it was like $80-something. I've been using this going on 4 years now. For what Amberlynn's making, she can swing $80 to pay for a standalone mic to give the people that are paying her bills and putting a roof over her head better access to, you know, proper audio, in my opinion. But Amberlynn opts to use her cell phone and stream off of her AirPods microphone. The mic was terrible, in my opinion. It didn't sound good. We need to address some gifted memberships that just came in on Twitch from Lily. Thank you so much for doing that, Lily. I appreciate you expanding the community. Good old Lily has gifted 5 memberships on Twitch. Welcome to all of our new members, courtesy of Lily. I'd love to see some flower emojis on Twitch for Lily. Thank you, thank you. Shally Soul Art, thank you so much. Knock, knock, who's there? Fat. Thank you, Shally. Bobay, thank you. Hello, Jordy and Shorties. Roll call for the mindless sheep. I'd say that there are many mindless sheep in attendance, as by all of the zombie sheep emojis that were recently spammed. Thanks for being here, Bobay. Great Jojo, hello. I just got my toddler to bed and Jordy's live. Woo, happy Monday. Happy Monday back to you, Jojo. Glad that you're able to be in attendance. Okay, moving on with the live stream recap. She talks a little bit about what I kind of just went over about the live stream and how the format would be changing on August 5th. Her live stream price to be a member is going to change from what it is today at $10 to $5. So she's going to be starting this on August 5th. It's a Tuesday, and these live streams are only going to be going for 1 hour. However, she does reserve the right to go longer if she sees fit. She says that the remainder of the current schedule live streams, so for the remainder of July, every Sunday night is when she is going to be doing this. There really wasn't much said in reference to Amberlynn making up the streams that she had canceled previously. She owes the people that pay her monthly membership fee, it's like 4 or 6 hours in backlogged streams that she just never did. I think that she's just going to sweep that under the rug, and she is going to just say, you know what, we're just going to forget about that. We're going to forgive that. You guys are okay with that, right? I'm not going to make up those streams. So for whatever the members only live streams will be for the remainder of July, they will be taking place on Sunday nights versus Tuesday nights. And that she said that she made this decision because it is out of viewer convenience. Remember, Amberlynn doesn't do anything for financial motivation. She does it out of the goodness of her heart. She does it because people out there can't afford to pay for the membership. She does it because some people are only able to watch on Sundays versus Tuesdays. She said that she had been receiving a lot of messages saying, hey girl, I really want to be there for the live stream when you do it, but I can't be there Tuesday night. Is there any way that you could do it maybe like, Sunday night? So honest to God, that was the reason that she said. That was the reason she provided. So because now she's going to be doing them on Sunday nights, she's doing it out of viewer convenience. Not because she's lazy and wants to push it back and do it Sunday versus Tuesday. It's out of viewer convenience because so many people have reached out to Amberlynn and said, hey, girl, do you think you could work around my schedule? Absolutely, I can work around your schedule. I love my audience so much. I would love to. Sunday it is. Honestly, Amberlynn, we can't thank you enough. So sweet, so genuine. Just an all-around quality girl. She randomly states that at this point, after the whole discussion about only going live for 1 hour, she says, you know what? Some people have the gift of yapping. I don't know how Chantal, Foodie Beauty, for example, goes live for 5 hours at a time. I just don't have the ability to talk for more than an hour and keep things interesting and keep it fresh and fun and exciting. So that's why I want to do it for 1 hour, because past that, I don't really. So, I mean, honestly, like a little bit of transparency, a little bit of honesty in this statement. And, you know, in all honesty, because I mean, not everyone can be a live streamer. Not everyone can talk on end. Not everyone can entertain a group of thousands of people online. Not everyone can keep up with a chat. And, you know, when I first started live streaming, I will admit it was overwhelming. Like to keep up with the chat and the donations, the memberships and the chat, like 2 different platforms. Like it is a lot. So it's nice that Amberlynn is kind of acknowledging here that she just simply doesn't have the ability, or she doesn't want to work toward practicing at having the ability to live stream for more than 60 minutes at a time. In my opinion, 1 hour live streams are a slap in the face to people that are paying you monthly, especially when you're only doing it 1 time a week. I mean, an hour goes by so quickly. Like as I look up at the runtime right now, we're already at 27 minutes. I mean, I couldn't imagine getting off in a half hour. So for someone that's only live streaming once a week, charging a monthly membership, you're only going to stay on for 1 hour. But she says that she can't do it. She doesn't have the gift of yapping. She doesn't have the ability to entertain. The only reason why she was able to go for longer in the past was because she had people like Beck there. She had Beck that could entertain the chat and talk to the chat and read people's messages. I mean, Amberlynn would just sit there and play on her phone and, you know, go on Instagram DM or whatever. Like, she would just have Beck do all of it, but then Amberlynn would take all the money. A lot of Amberlynn's streams, I will agree with what she said in that community post, is that she's not able to entertain for upwards of 2 hours. I know that she blamed the audience and said that it was because of the audience's energy, the audience's fault. The audience doesn't have, you know, what it takes to keep up the fun for 2 hours, but really it's her. So, nice to see her kind of admit it, that she doesn't really have the ability or the want or the desire to live stream. Personally, I just think it's going to be something that is going to be taken into consideration when people buy a membership on her channel for this 1 hour a week, because ultimately, what are you doing? You are paying $5 a month to be able to talk in a very limited amount of time, 4 times a month. So if you aren't available every Tuesday at 9 p.m. to be online, to be able to be accessing a chat room and interact with Amberlynn's stream for that 1 hour, I mean, really, what else does the membership get you? Amberlynn's not going to have any emotes. She's not going to have any members-only content. She's only going to be doing this once a week. I really don't understand this, but you know, I think that will be taken into consideration when people decide to swipe their credit card. She goes on to say that, you know, more bleeding heart talk, basically. She says that she wants there to be the ability for everybody to be able to watch her live streams because she knows that some people can't afford it. And that quote makes her sad. Amberlynn gets sad when she thinks of all the people out there that would love to watch her live streams for $10 a month. And then she thinks, you know, well, people have bills. You know, not everyone is Amy Slayton. Not everyone's bills are paid. Not everyone's bills are paid. So it makes her sad that some people don't get to see this content. So she wants to really be an accessibility girly pop. She wants to make this available for everyone so that she'll no longer be sad. Just really, really just shows Amberlynn's character. I just really think that she really is the benevolent, altruistic girly pop that we've made her out to be. She also goes on to say that she wants her live streams to be a hangout type deal. She doesn't want them to be chaotic. She doesn't want them to be crazy. She doesn't want it to be full of fighting and mudslinging and what have you. She wants it to be laid back. She wants it to be chill. She just wants to be able to play on her phone and look what you guys have to say in the chat and have a laugh and, talk about stupid shit. Like, she just wants, in my opinion, that's lazy. I want my live streams to be more laid back. I want it to be a hangout. You're performing a service. You're doing a job. When you come on here and you live stream and you're entertaining thousands of people, you need to be on. You need to be ready. You need to be ready to read people's questions. You need to be ready to think. You need to be ready to talk. You need to be ready to... You shouldn't just be like, oh, let me kick my feet up and play on my phone. Yeah, I wish everybody wishes their job... I would imagine that everybody wishes their job were like that. Oh, I'll go to work, but like as long as it's laid back, as long as I don't have to do anything, as long as it can be like chill, yeah, like whatever, that's fine. She wants it to be a hangout type deal, aka she doesn't want to put much mental effort into this. She doesn't want there to be any preparing. Amberlynn just wants to click go live once a week, and she just wants to kick her feet up and say, hey, you know what? You guys talk amongst yourself while I DM feeders on TikTok. But, we know Amberlynn's work ethic at this point, so that kind of language does not surprise me in the slightest. Hannah Life, I really appreciate your super chat. This shit must get old, but thank you for covering with your wonderful humor. Well, thank you so much for the compliment, Hannah Life. Yeah, sometimes Girl World does have its lulls and everything. It is kind of like the ebb and flow of Girl World. Sometimes it's interesting, sometimes it's not interesting. I mean, I started during season 5, which in my opinion was the most stale period of Amberlynn's YouTube career. So starting in season 5 and really trying to build my platform on here during a very noticeable content drought, it was difficult. But you know what? Hey, Jade moved out. She moved to Oklahoma. She got in a relationship with the feeder. We had the whole Erica thing happen, so it picked up again. I just think that that's kind of the cycle with Girl World. Sometimes it's interesting, sometimes it's not. Right now, it's not all that interesting, but yes, I will continue to do my best to turn a pile of poop into something digestible. Hot Dog, thank you. It's been too long since I caught a stream. I had surgery, moved, bought my own house. I've adulted so far. Love from me and my cat family. Oh my God, congratulations. Oh, well, I am glad to hear that you are on the mend and you bought property. That's awesome. Congratulations, Hot Dog. Foodie Beauty's Dead Toe, thank you for the super chat. Fat, also, this is Lori. Lori, I don't remember you changing your username like other people. I think that this might be the first time you've ever changed your username. Foodie Beauty's Dead Toe must have really spoken to you. Well, I'm happy. Thanks for being here tonight, Lori. So at this point in the live stream, and Amberlynn kind of going on this rant about her new public live stream format, one of the viewers asks Amberlynn if she thinks that the chat will become more toxic. Does she think that switching to a public format is going to make things toxic? Are you afraid or apprehensive that people might send in controversial super chats, toxic super chats? Amberlynn goes on to reply to this person's worry by saying that there will always be toxicity when it comes to her on YouTube, but how she responds is what matters. So this will be very interesting to see, because Amberlynn has communicated in the past that going live does make her anxious. She naturally does get very apprehensive when put in a live setting. It's probably because she knows that what she says is on the internet forever. She can't really edit out or rehearse what she's going to say. It's kind of like just kind of on the spot. And that's kind of one of the things that you lose out on when you live stream, because when you just upload normal vlogs, I mean, if you say something controversial or you stutter or you say something, it's like, oh, well, but that's not what I meant. I want to say it this way. You can't go back. So that's what kind of gives Amberlynn anxiety when it comes to live streaming, but she feels confident now. She feels confident. The Zoloft has really taken over. It's really doing its legwork here. How I respond to that toxicity is what matters. So Amberlynn's ready for you. She's ready for you, trolls. Do your worst. Trolls, nasty, hateful people of the internet, if you got something to say, come on, say it. I'm ready for you. I got my Zoloft prescription. I'm mellow. I'm cool as a cucumber. I can take you down. So Amberlynn's ready for the trolls. Come August 5th, she'll be dressed in battle armor, and she'll have her sword and her shield, and she'll be ready to take on the trolls. Goes on to reiterate in the comment that she was fighting with under her community post by saying, I'm obviously going to be losing money and members from this decision. Obviously is the operative word in this statement, in my opinion. It's not obvious at all. I don't understand why she thinks that she can continue to push this narrative that she's going to be losing money and members. She's not. I mean, you know, of course, there's no way to gauge this, and we won't know until the change implements, but I think that she's going to have more members after this. Granted, the live streaming membership price is going to be $5, whereas it has been $10, but she's going to be making up all of that lost money in super chats and in ad revenue. The ad revenue is what's really going to kick in and what's really going to help her make money with these weekly live streams. So when she says things like obviously, like, no, it's not obvious at all. Obvious to who? Obvious to someone that may not know how the pay system on YouTube works. But what I am telling you, for someone that also does YouTube, I'm telling you that she's going to be getting a pay bump. It's not going to be losing her money at all. So I don't know why she continues to reiterate this. Maybe she thinks, well, if I say it enough times, it'll be true. I don't know. It's just silly. She also says that her decision to go public is motivated because she wants to do something different. And that she encourages the chat to not try to change her mind. When she originally communicated to the chat that she was interested in doing these public live streams and it was met with all of the backlash, she kind of succumbed to what the chat was throwing at her, and she said, okay, all right, I won't do it then. We'll keep it members only. That's fine. All right, I won't go public. Oh my gosh. All right. But now, after a little bit of time has gone by and she feels a lot more confident and mellow on Zoloft, she's going to say, all right, you know what? We're going public. I want to make more money. I don't care what you guys are saying. I'm going to go public. Don't try to change my mind because you're not going to change it. So Amberlynn's laying down the law. She is laying down the law. Don't even try to change my mind because it's not going to work. I mean, really, if she wanted the best of both worlds, the best thing that would be in her wheelhouse would be to do members only live streams and public live streams. So it would be great if she could make her members happy by doing a once a week members only live stream and a once a week public live stream to make both groups happy. But that would constitute another hour of effort that she doesn't want to put in. And on top of that, she doesn't really make money on those members only live streams because she seldom receives super chats in those members only live streams. So she's going to be making all of her money pretty much from the ad revenue on the public live streams. So she's thinking to herself, well, if the only thing that is being attained here with doing members only live streams is making my members happy, then I don't give a fuck. Like, if it's not making me money, I don't care. That's basically the motivation behind this decision. But if she wanted to make everybody happy, that's what would be a good decision to make. But again, it would constitute more effort. It would constitute more time. So she does not want to go ahead with that decision. She goes on to talk about how she's doing so well on Zoloft. Amberlyn has recently been saying that getting on Zoloft and staying on Zoloft has been a wonderful decision. She feels more level-headed. She feels more calm. She feels more rational. She used to cry multiple times a day. She no longer does that. She is a very stable girly pop. She goes on to reiterate the argument that her content becoming boring lately and that she's been receiving that kind of criticism. She gives that same kind of song and dance about like how, oh, I would prefer my content be boring if it means I could have good mental health. If I have to be a 600-pound train wreck to get more views and make more money, then I don't want to do it. I would rather take the pay cut. Fine, give me the pay cut. Call me boring, because I would rather preserve my sanity at this point than continue to throw mud at you guys, and vice versa. I'm not doing it any. So like, she had that little same argument that she loves to say like every other day. She goes on to tell people that if they're looking for drama, go somewhere else because you're not going to be getting it from Amberlynn. So I think that Amberlynn's newfound confidence is kind of speaking out in some of the statements that she's making. She's basically telling trolls, come on, bring it. I'll take ya. Oh, toxic super chats? That's just the way of life. I'll roll with the punches, girly pop. Do your worst. Do your worst. If you want drama, go somewhere else because you're not going to be getting it here. So we are just going to see how this plays out. Will Amberlynn continue to commit to boredom and not the foundation of what her channel was originally founded on? Or will she, kind of go back to her old ways? Only time will tell. Only time will tell. Amberlynn, throughout the evening, was receiving criticism in the chat. They were saying things like, oh, you think you've changed, but you really haven't. There were people in the chat giving her shit for making the decision to make her live streams public. Anything that she was doing, really. There were some people, expressing their opinions about her behavior, pretty much as is with all Amberlynn commentary. If she breathed or, she moved her left leg, we have something to say about it. But any and all criticism, really, any feedback that wasn't kissing her ass, she was telling people in the chat, you're in a negative headspace. You are the problem. I'm not you are the problem. You're negative. You're depressing. You're trying to start problems. If you don't agree with me or you don't like what I'm doing or the decisions that I'm making, then you're the problem here, not me. She goes on to reiterate her same line that she loves to use. I can't have conversations with people that have already made their mind up about me. I'm just not going to do it because you guys are closed-minded. You have written me off as this 600-pound menace that can't change. And you know what? I can change. I can be the girly pop that you all think that I will never be. I will be that girly pop, goddammit. So I'm not going to sit here and I'm not going to listen to a bunch of closed-minded morons. Got it? So kind of doing her little Z-snap mic drop moment here in the chat against all of the haters out there. Zero Gravity Alex, thank you for 5 months. I found out I'm pregnant. I can't tell anyone in real life, but yet luckily I have Girl World, excited to indoctrinate my child. Well, that's what having children is all about, right? Indoctrinating them, forcing expectations on them, and forcing them into a lifestyle that you best see fit for them. So really, I think that you're off to a great start because that's what having kids is all about. Congratulations! That's awesome news, and thank you for 5 months. Girl who fell to earth, thank you for 4 months. Our girl can't even take responsibility for being boring as hell in her live streams. Because she's not boring as hell. You guys are boring. You don't make the chat fun. You're boring. I'm not boring. You're boring. April Wan, thank you. I'm doing okay tonight. And I'm taking care of myself as well. Thank you, April. Dawn, hello, Dawn. The lumps in her arms remind me of delicious valleys of fat-free cottage cheese. Do a dollop, do a dollop for Amby. Needs more Jordy, thank you. Let's start a new game. Stump Jordy for what's in arm's reach. My first try will be a marshmallow, a water flavoring packet, or a Zeiss lens wipe? Good luck, Jordy. Have you seen me use my lens wipes before? Is that what you said it? Because I definitely have those within arm's reach. Look, Zeiss. No, I don't know if my camera's focusing, but yeah, they are the Zeiss lens wipes. That's weird that you like guessed the brand too. Sorry, better luck next time. So as it started to get a little bit murky and muddy in the chat, she told a specific viewer that she was arguing with that she was sad for them, and she hopes that they can figure it out and get some help. So anyone that kind of had anything contradictive to what Amberlynn had to say, she was kind of smugly writing them off, kind of like with this newfound confidence that she's attained through taking Zoloft. She feels a little bit arrogant in a way. Oh, I'm confident. I got it back, baby. I'm level-headed now. I don't cry multiple times a day. I may have gained 40 pounds, but you know what? I'm stable. So kind of taking the smug Lynn approach to all of this. To anyone that has something quote-unquote nasty to say to her, I'm sad for you. I hope that you can get some help. Okay. And I will say that the vibe in Amberlynn's stream was... You know, and I don't like to use this word willy-nilly, because I do think that when people use this word, it is kind of suggestive or conducive to things like OCD or other mental disorders. So I don't like to use this word willy-nilly, but what I will say is that I did kind of pick up on it. There were a lot of people in the chat accusing her of being manic. Her thoughts kind of were all over the place. She was talking kind of quickly at some points. She was bouncing from conversation to reading the chat to playing on her phone to doing this. Like it was kind of all over the place. So I did pick up on a little bit of Manic Lynn. And she responded to people in the chat suggesting that she was manic by saying, "I'm not manic. If I were manic, I would be aware of being manic." Okay. So that's how all illnesses, that's how all behaviors, that's how all disorders work. You have to be aware of it for it to be taking place. I don't understand what she really means by that. She says that she's not manic. So don't accuse her of being manic, because she's not manic. Because if she were manic, she would know she's being manic. All right? What I will say is that I kind of picked up on a lot of erratic behavior, erratic language in her chat from yesterday. So, yeah, this whole thing about like, well, I can't be manic because I would know that I'm manic if I was manic. Like I don't know if that's how necessarily that works. But yeah, not manic, because if I was, I'd know. Someone in the chat asks her how her diets are going, kind of wondering why she didn't upload a weigh-in Wednesday. Amberlynn just straight up did not upload a weigh-in Wednesday. Just, didn't forewent it. What I ate today, my weigh-in, whatever, no. Just straight up didn't upload one this week. So people were kind of wondering, like, hey, are you like on track? Are you starting a new diet? Do you have any plans to get help? Like, what's the game plan here, girl? And pretty succinctly, she says, my eating habits are the same. And if you have seen Amberlynn's episodes lately, you would know that her eating habits are the same. Some might even suggest that they are worse. Amberlynn recently told us that she gained 20, 30 something pounds like that. We know that Amberlynn goes out of her way to not film weigh-ins and tell us what's on the scale when she's not doing well. That's kind of her go-to. I'm not going to update you guys unless it's something worth updating you for. So unless I lose weight or I maintain, you guys aren't going to know about it. If I put on 5 pounds, if I put on 10 pounds, if I put on 30 pounds, I'm not going to come on here and talk about it because I'm not going to tell you guys that I'm doing poorly. If you've been seeing her content lately, you'd kind of know that that's what's taking place in the background. I mean, she's not coming on here. She's not doing the weigh-ins. She's not telling us what's going on. But we have eyes. We can all see. So that's what's taking place in the background. But yeah, I don't know. She would probably argue against that. She also had a little bit of a strange conversation about DoorDash. Because people were asking about her boyfriend or whatever on DoorDash that would, DM her all the time. And she went on to talk about how she's a picky and anxious eater. And that if she sees anything off about her food, she throws it away and orders it again. So it was basically a long rant about how she was kind of unapologetic about wasting food. So if you have ordered from Uber Eats or DoorDash or some other similar delivery app in the past, you know it's expensive. If I were sitting here right now and I wanted to order chicken tenders and fries from any random restaurant within a 10-mile radius, it would probably be somewhere between $20 and $30 after the food price, the service fee, and the tip. So for food to show up at Amberlynn's doorstep and for her to say, you know what, I don't like that there is a little tear in the bag, or you know what, the Tupperware is a little bit dented. I'm not going to eat this. So she says that more times that she can count, she has inspected her takeout. And if she notices anything even a little bit off, she just throws it away and she creates a new order. That's crazy to me. That is absolutely crazy. I mean, because to be doing one DoorDash order, that's expensive. That's expensive. I mean, every so often, if you're feeling really lazy and you want to, splurge and do something nice for yourself, it's like, all right, let's get DoorDash. Let's have somebody bring it to us. But for someone who does this every day, multiple times a day, and if it isn't to her liking, she says, oh, you know what? I'm going to reorder it. I'll have someone else bring it because this isn't to my liking. If a sticker is ripped, if a little piece of plastic is bent in a way that she doesn't like, if, maybe the meat creeps her out, using her own judgment, her, omniscient, subjective judgment of takeout, if something's off, she'll just throw it away and get something else. So it's crazy about how much money and food Amberlynn is wasting when she says things like this. But the other side of this conversation is, do we actually believe her? I mean, look at her. She's pushing 600 pounds. Is it really that kind of far-fetched to believe that Amberlynn is wasting food? I mean, yeah, it might be. Because some people in the chat were fighting with her and saying, like, Amber, you don't look like you're throwing away food. Kind of expressing doubt in the chat that Amberlynn actually throws away as much food as she says, or that she is a picky eater. I think that this is something that Dr. Now had a conversation with one of the people on 600 Pound Life. If you're this big, you're not a picky eater. If Amberlynn sees a little something off, I'm not thinking that bothers her to the point that she would rather throw it away than, eat it. So some people were fighting with her about that, and Amberlynn kind of fought back with them in true Amberlynn fashion. She just said, I don't like you, and she blocked them from the live stream chat. Jem, hi Jem. Your lives make my day. I genuinely scream with joy every time you go live. Miss Millie is also watching with me. Love ya. Les eat, guys. Thank you so much, Jem and Miss Millie. Glad that you guys can join us here on this Monday evening. Gnarly TV, thank you for 6 months. So happy to be here. Lovely, hateful, despectful piece of shit. Also fat. Thank you for 6 months. I really appreciate your prime. Crumb Baby, thank you. I just finished an emotional therapy session and saw your live. It made me so happy. Don't forget to like the stream, you guys. Gonna eat some broccoli. Enjoy your broccoli after your emotional therapy session, Crumb Baby. Happy to be the background noise. Enjoy the rest of your evening. So pretty much after this, all there was to say in terms of the live stream recap is that she asked the chat what they thought of Chantal Foodie Beauty's recent decision to go to Syria. The chat immediately plays the Uno reverse card and says, no. You're not going to ask us what we think about Chantal going to Syria. We want to know what you think of Chantal going to Syria. And, Amberlynn being put on the spot, that kind of makes her an anxious girly pop. So she was kind of like, hubba, hummina, like didn't really know what to say. Because she knows that if she says anything adverse to Chantal, people will be like, oh, look, the girls are fighting. And then if Chantal catches wind of it, she might be like, oh, Amberlynn's a bitch. She always has been. So she wanted to tread lightly. And for Amberlynn, treading lightly is no easy task. So she didn't really answer the question when people played Uno reverse on her. She basically just said, well, like, I know if I were her, I would be scared. But like, we should probably be looking at this from the perspective of a married person. This is actually what came out of her mouth. Like, if you truly love someone and you want to be there for them and you would go to the ends of the earth for them, then, it makes sense that she would make this decision. They're married and she loves him, is what came out of her mouth. So here she is kind of empathizing with 400-pound coworker menace Chantal, moving to Syria to be with her Tinder romance scammer. Amberlynn thinks that this is adorable. She thinks that they're having their Nicholas Sparks moment. She's for it. So even though the idea scares her, she understands why Chantal made the decision that she made. This is just absolutely stupid. I don't think that there's any other way to describe this, but yeah, this is kind of Amberlynn being backed into a corner and having no one really else on her side other than Chantal. So she doesn't want to rock the boat. She doesn't want to say what she truly thinks. So she just kind of wants to play nice and say, oh, well, you know what? They're married and she loves him. And I think that that's nice. So I support her. Supporting Chantal in 2025 is a crazy decision. Lastly, the only note that I have here for the remainder of this live stream recap is that she holds a moment of silence for Rarity. It was kind of weird. Somebody brought up Rarity and she was like kind of getting like fake emotional for like all of 10 seconds. And she said, okay, you know what? We just need to have a moment of silence. And then she came back and then she started to resume. Like it was very weird. This like moment of silence for Rarity. I don't understand the point of it. I don't understand why she did it. Because I mean, really the reason why Rarity is gone is because of her. So yeah. Interesting little end to a live stream there. So all in all, I thought that the live stream was pretty uneventful. There wasn't much mudslinging. There wasn't much tea. There wasn't much drama. There wasn't much, but this is how she wants it. She wants it to be a hangout type deal. She wants it to be kickback, laid back. She wants to just hang out with the chat. She doesn't want it to be negative or nasty or, anything of the sort. So this is what Amberlynn wants. That's what she wants. I wonder why people give her money when all she does is buy food and nothing for therapy. Lee, thank you so much for your gifted subscription on Twitch. Appreciate you doing that for Danny DeVito. Carol, hello Carol. Amber's views went from fat to flat. A girl, never skinny, always fat. Just take my money and read this chat, but thanks. But first, thanks for the entertainment and all of that. Oh, look at you rhyming in your super chat. Whoa. Thank you for that, Carol. A very unique, fun super chat. You got some talent, girl. Thank you, Carol. Great Jojo, hello. Don't feed her ego like Emily feeds her. Amberlyn just wants to be fed and taken care of. Ah. Lorelai, thank you for your membership. Happy to have you on the YouTube team. Uma, hi Uma. Flying to LA tomorrow to meet my boyfriend's family. So excited. Also thinking if I wasn't 500 pounds, I'd be a size 2 in LA. Well, tomorrow you can be a size 2 in LA. You're doing the damn thing. Have fun in California on a winter's day. I'll be safe and warm. If I was in LA, California dreaming. Okay, so now we are going to move into the react portion of the live stream in which we will be checking up on Amberlynn's latest upload. This is titled Something is Wrong with Me, New Diagnosis, and Starting a New Medication. So let's check in with Amberlynn's latest upload. I'll pull it up on the big screen. Hold on tight.
Hello, hello.
Oh, gosh. I have... Sorry. Hold, please. Oh my god. It Googled volume. Like, why did it do that? Why did it do that? What the fuck? There we go. I think that should work. That work? Testing. Okay. All right, that should work.
Welcome to a new vlog. So I'm super tired, but that's okay. Good morning, good morning. I actually have a doctor's appointment today. So it's really just a checkup to see how I'm doing on my new medicines, my thyroid medicine, because I have hypothyroidism, and then to see how I'm doing on Zoloft, which I'm doing really good. I'm sure it's going to be increased because that's usually what happens on Zoloft. You slowly increase it. And I also need to talk about another.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I can't speak for Zoloft, but I know with the specific SSRI I'm on, really, I mean, an increase is really only suggested if you need it. I don't think that it's kind of just like gradually assumed that you'll be taking more medicine. I mean, I don't know. Maybe for her, maybe because it's her and she's like 500 pounds and like there's a lot to filter through her bloodstream. Like maybe she died. But like, I don't know. I just think that that's a very interesting statement. Yeah, like normally you go up on it. Like, I don't know. Like, is there no one out there on a low dose or what's considered a medium dose of Zoloft? Everyone has to ramp up.
Other symptom that I have randomly received. It's not about Zoloft. It's just a health related symptom. Something is happening and I will share it after my appointment because I need to hurry up, finish getting ready, and I will check in with you guys later.
What is this? What am I looking at? You know what? If you're around another human right now and you're on a mobile device, I want you to call said person over. I want you to show them the screen and say, what are you looking at? I want that person to look at the screen and I want you to ask them, describe to me what you're looking at. Not me. Ignore me in the middle of the screen. Everything else on, like, within view. I want someone to answer that question from an unbiased point of view. Someone who doesn't know what Amberlyn is. Someone, just walk up to them and say, hey, what is this? In a few words, what is this? Describe this. I couldn't help but notice
Later.
that when she was in the doctor's office like this, she wasn't sitting on the chair. I mean, when I go to doctor's appointments, I always have to sit on this chair. In all honesty, she probably didn't sit on this because she wasn't able to. I don't know. Is that an ableist comment from me to say things like, "Oh my God, why isn't she sitting on this chair?" I don't know. But this is wild. This coming up in just a second. This is wild.
So me and my mom got these.
My mic is done. My mic just canceled their subscription to Amberlyn's channel. I really didn't think that I was going to have to rub my eyes this episode. I didn't think I was going to have to. To go from a doctor's appointment of being 600 pounds to getting a big waffle cone. This is like ER to Denny's. This is the same thing of emergency room to Denny's. I don't know if she has a death wish, but in all honesty, I don't know if she should be judging Chantal too harshly for moving to Syria, because she seemingly has the same deliberate death spiral. To be eating, and like, you know what? Like, shame on that mom too. Sorry, not sorry. Shame on that mom too. If you are needing to drive your 34-year-old 600-pound daughter to their doctor's appointments, you don't and should not be taking them to get a waffle cone afterwards. And you know what? On top of this is even especially heinous because Amberlynn has told us recently that one time in the car, the mom suggested that they all go get ice cream, and Amberlynn said to her, "You know what? I don't want ice cream, because if I eat ice cream and I don't make a change now, then I'm not going to be here come this time next year or in a few years. So no, Mom, I don't want ice cream." I mean, but here we are a month later and she's eating ice cream. I mean, so we didn't learn anything. What she was really, dying by the sword and having a bleeding heart for a month ago, it's kind of just like completely gone out the window. It's like, oh, fuck it, let's go get ice cream. This is asinine. Shame on the mom. I mean, I know that we've had extensive conversations about like the mom, being an enabler and feeling kind of guilty for the reason why Amberlynn turned out to be the way that she is. But there's no reason. I mean, like, even me, I'm like 5'10", like 180. Like, even me, like, I think like sometimes it's like, ice cream. Shit. I'm trying not to have love handles here. Like, maybe I don't need ice cream. I mean, certainly, what is Amberlynn? 3 times the amount I weigh? She's over 3 times the amount I weigh, and she's eating ice cream. Like, no, this is a bad decision. Shame on Amber and shame on that mom.
Frozen yogurt cones from Brahms. She introduced me, and they're actually so good. Usually I get vanilla, but they didn't have vanilla. They just had chocolate and swirl, but they're delicious, aren't they? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Frozen yogurt is the way to go.
Oh, so is that how she's going to rationalize it? It's frozen yogurt. It's not ice cream. Is that... Does God have a blind spot? Is that her way out?
Hello. So it's been a few days. Just a real quick, short update. I have been extremely busy the past few days. Something happened.
Doing what? Doing what? She doesn't work. She doesn't have friends outside of like the associates and acquaintances that she's made at bingo. Her mom works. Her mom has a life. So really, she's only ever able to be busy if the mom is able to help her be busy. I really don't know what could possibly be taking place in the background of Amberlynn's personal life that would constitute her to ever say the words, "I've been really busy." She spends life on one of two couch cushions or in a mattress. So this is crazy. I'm busy. No, it's just laziness. It's lazy. Let's call it for what it is.
Happened. I don't really want to get into it, but I'm all good.
Then why bring it up? This is like when she listens to someone give a 2-minute spiel on Instagram DMs via voice memo, only for her to say, no comment. I'm not answering that. Why say this? There's been a lot going on in the background. It's been super busy, but I'm not going to say any more. Like, why even say the first part then?
It's just life is short, and like I try every day to like think of something that I'm grateful for, and I write it in my planner.
Amberlyn is not a grateful person. She's an entitled person. She's not grateful for her audience. She's not grateful for the platform and the opportunity that Google has given her to make AdSense money. She's not grateful in any regard. I try to think of one thing a day that I'm grateful for. She's not grateful for anything. Everything that she's ever had, she's pissed away or taken advantage of or used for granted.
I try very hard not to take anything for granted, and
oh God, quite literally razed Beck to the ground, bulldozed Beck, walked all over Beck. I don't take anything for granted. Oh my God. Wow. That's crazy to hear her say. It really is. Life is too short, but no effort to make it longer. Yeah, you know what? Life is short, Amber. Life is very short. I mean, what is the life expectancy? Somewhere in like the late 70s. So, I mean, if you make it to half that, I mean, hope it was, hope it was worth all the fucking around. And it's just even more aggravating and frustrating to hear her say that she doesn't take things for granted and that she's grateful when she has so many resources that other people that are genuinely struggling and would love access to rehab or a doctor or, any sort of help. People who don't get that kind of help that would love to have those resources. She just pisses them away. Amberlynn, here's a life-saving medication that you could take for a very nominal fee a month. Do you want to take it? No, it's too much money. It gives me gallstones. It makes me sick. I don't like it. It's not the vibe. Amberlynn, here's an opportunity to undergo a weight loss procedure that would make it so you don't eat as much so that you could prolong your life. Do you want to do it? No, because Jade won't wipe my ass if I get surgery, so I'm not going to go through with it. Amberlynn, here's multiple girlfriends that have waited on you hand and foot, and they've been here. Okay, well, I deserve it. Whatever they do for me, I'm entitled to it. No, she is the least grateful person that I know. Oh, God. I mean, the pissing away of all these opportunities and resources that she's had over the years.
And in this moment, we should all just say something that we're thankful for. And for me, I'm going to say, just because I was editing this video and it's the first thing on my mind, I'm going to say my doctor. I am thankful for my doctor. We're now back on the swing of things.
She hates her doctor. She hates doctors in general. Because, I mean, doctors, they are people that are supposed to help guide people toward a better state of health. And they look at this person who is, having a BMI in the triple digits. I mean, obviously, they're going to take some type of issue with this. They're going to have some type of conflict. And honestly, if she finds a doctor out there that's willing to baby her and pat her on the back and say, oh, it's okay, honey, you'll get them next time. Oh, you gained weight this month? Oh, all right, well, maybe next month. If she's actually gotten in cahoots with a doctor like that, that's not a good doctor. A good doctor would be whipping her into shape. A good doctor would be telling her fat ass how it is. A good doctor would be putting the fear of God into her soul. That's what a good doctor would be doing. So the fact that she's getting along with a doctor right now while looking as big as ever, That doesn't say good things. That doesn't suggest something good. Oh, I found a doctor that got me Zoloft and, wrote all these prescriptions for everything that I asked for. It's such a good doctor. Not all doctors are good. Just because you went to med school and just because you did residency, and like you've worked hard, like there's no denying that and everything. But, not all doctors are good doctors. Not all doctors make good decisions. Not all doctors have the best interest of their patient. So her doctor is Google. I'm thankful for ChatGPT. Apprehensive yeehaw, thank you. I can't figure out how to renew my membership, so take my money. Thanks for getting me through a nightmarish Monday in retail. Oh boy. Well, thank you so much, Apprehensive yeehaw. I appreciate the super chat, and I hope that you have an okay rest of your night. Sleepy Emerald, thank you so much for 17 months on Twitch. You've been around for a while. Thank you. K-Bear, hey K-Bear, how you been? Sorry, I'm late. I was busy watching Chantal's swollen elephant foot in high definition. Oh my god, I saw that picture as well. That picture's scary. Next time we do Chantal, we're gonna have to take a look at that. I thought, Alex's Shook on Twitter actually said that he thought that it was a decorative pillow. And when I looked at it, I said, you know what? Is that a decorative pillow? That might be a decorative pillow, because you know how like sometimes decorative pillow have like those like bubbles on the end of them, kind of like a design or some type of like fringe material. It kind of looked like a decorative pillow. I was like, wait a second, is that a decorative? No, it wasn't a decorative. It was her foot. Wild.
I've been busy, haven't been able to film, but I literally
this again. I'm busy and haven't been able to film. Doing what?
filmed my Let's Talk today, and now I'm back to vlogging. But I just want to give an update on the whole doctor thing. So I am increasing my Zoloft. I was started at 50 milligrams and now I'm going up to 100 milligrams. Zoloft has absolutely been working. I have been able to regulate my emotions. I do not wake up with like this extreme depressing feeling. I no longer have suicidal thoughts. I don't cry every single day. I'm telling you, I used to cry multiple times every single day. I am not as anxious anymore. I suffer with really bad like anxious attachment and paranoia and contamination things and just so many different random anxieties. Like even when it's just storming, I used to get.
It's great that all of these symptoms are being alleviated and that she doesn't have to struggle as much mentally, but kind of the slippery slope that comes along with antidepressants are that they kind of make everything seem okay when they're really not. Antidepressants can help in a lot of ways. I'm an advocate of them. I'm pro antidepressant. I'm on Prozac myself. Very outspoken about that. But the thing that worries me about Amberlynn and this newfound confidence that she is getting on Zoloft is that it's going to dissuade her from making progress or trying new diets. I fear that she's just going to get into a comfortable, already even fatter routine of just ordering in, thinking to herself, you know what, dieting's hard, exercising's hard. I just want to eat as much as I want and just not really think about it. I think that that's what I'm going to do. Yeah. Elevated D-dimer, diabetes, my like hand is turning purple. Like, I mean, whatever. We'll just deal with it later. I mean, really, is even that big of a deal? So, I mean, anxiety is a natural part of the human experience. There's a reason why anxiety exists and why you kind of get on edge about things. So when you take these pills and that completely shuts the anxiety off, it's kind of like, okay, well, now you don't have that like natural system in your body to tell you that something's wrong. So, you need to keep up on the daily habits. You need to keep up on the problems. You need to continue to search for the root of the issue, because if you just take a pill and you're zoned out all the time, that might make the anxiety go away, but all these other issues get backburnered. She's definitely going to stop taking it because she feels better or thinks that she doesn't need it anymore. So Amberlynn, sorry, I was just reading something. Zoloft's going to make her feel so good, she's going to quit. Well, I will say, of all the times that she has taken antidepressants, she seems more committed to it this time. Whereas in the past, Amberlynn has said, the only pill that I take religiously and the only pill that I will take day after day and not ever miss a dose of are antibiotics. Every other pill, it's like, okay, take a little bit today, maybe take some in a few days. Oh, I missed my dose. I'll just take 2 today. Oh, I forgot to take it for a week. All right, I'll take 1 now. Kind of like that touch and go kind of dosage. Doesn't work. But she seems more committed to it this time, whereas other times she has been very wishy-washy about it. So who knows? Who knows how long this will last, or if she'll decide to get off of it or whatever. Only time will tell. Lily, thank you so much. It's 2 a.m., so I'll be replaying. Loved the new More Geordie. Listened while in Copenhagen IKEA yesterday. You're so global. Like the stream girls. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Oh my gosh. Did you get some Swedish meatballs while in IKEA? I love IKEA. IKEA's fun. Thank you so much for that, Lily. Appreciate that. If you guys wouldn't mind clicking the thumbs up on YouTube, I would appreciate it. Curbs Cuts, hello. It's another muggy day in Pittsburgh. Thanks for helping me get through this evening run. Yeah, it was like storming really bad out earlier. Oh God. And then when it gets so hot and then all those thunderstorms, pretty much the entirety of the weather of June was just like terrible. Just like thunderstorms every day and just muggy, gross humidity. Ugh. Amber's Portuguese Knuckles, thank you for 6 months. I'm having a rough Monday. Thanks for being you. Well, hopefully hopefully your week takes a turnaround and the stream can provide you with some type of mental respite.
So scared, and my anxieties in every area of my life has drastically improved. I'm able to regulate my emotions more. Like, I'm able to think and rationalize before I react, and my feelings aren't so strong and sharp. Instead, they're rounded and calmer, and I feel happier. And
where'd she learn that? My emotions aren't so sharp anymore. They're rounded. What health forum did she read that on? What TikTok did she see and steal that from?
Clearer, and I just don't have this like dark fog over me. Like, I'm mourning every single day. Like, I'm telling you, like, just drastic difference. Like, I am just so grateful for that. So what I was talking about with the random symptom that I'm having, I don't think it's because of the Zoloft, thankfully, because I do not want to stop taking it. I want to take this for the rest of my life. If it has me feeling this much better, like, I'm just beyond relieved. And I need this in my life every single day. But the last, I want to say for like...
Now that I am an advocate of, because there are a lot of people that have a stigma against antidepressants and they think, well, oh, maybe I should taper off. Maybe I should, you know what? I'm doing well. I'm doing well for myself. I think that I can take on a little bit more of, my own pure form of mental health. You know what? Enough of the pills. They're probably full of bad stuff anyway. I don't need them. I'm not going to take it. There are a lot of people that feel that way, specifically about antidepressants. So I am a big advocate of, if you feel you need it, take it. Because I had a personal conversation about this specific topic with my psychiatrist, and I said, hey, like, is there any like real health benefit to not being on this medicine? Like, should I be working toward tapering off of it? Like, if I ever get to, and I said, like, like if I were to ever go down on milligrams, like, would that ever show me like any sort of like benefit? And basically what I took from that conversation is like, not really. No. Getting off of them is hell. Yeah, I've gotten off of them before, and that was a very interesting period of time, to say the least. But you know what? If you are baseline a complete train wreck, always anxious, always sad, always experiencing crazy emotions, and you're not able to level yourself like this, I don't think that there's any shame or any harm in staying on the medicine. So for all those people out there, like if you have people in your life, they're like, oh my God, you need to get off those damn pills. It's those damn pills that are ruining everything. A lot of the time, the damn pills are what's doing you good. Swifty, thank you. Can we play Pop the Pig, but put a coin in whenever she says literally or genuinely? I love you, George. Keep up the good work. Pink in chat. I put Pop the Pig back in its box over there. We'll bring out Pop the Pig for a special occasion, I promise. Craig Dash, thank you, Craig. Who would you rather cover, Eugenia or Amber? They're so different. Even though they do have a lot of similarities, they're very different. Probably Amber.
5 days, almost a week now. I have been itching really bad in the palms of my hands. It has been so bad that I've had to like get scissors and like just dig them in my hands. And I've digged so hard that I have like red. Can you see that? Like, it's not, the red is not what's making me itch. I have caused that.
Yeah, no shit. You take a pair of scissors to your palm and grind it into your hand, that's what's going to happen. The redness isn't causing the irritation, it's the scissors. No shit.
From how hard I'm itching. And it's usually only at night while I'm sleeping and when I wake up. And so my doctor's like,
and while I'm awake. I usually only have this problem at night and in the morning and in the afternoon and in the evening. Okay.
Like, okay, we're gonna need to do some labs. So he's gonna do a whole liver panel because I guess that's a symptom of something being wrong with your liver. I have no idea. So he's going to check on that. And then I also need to get labs done to see if...
Amberlynn really is the American healthcare system's wet dream. Constantly sending her to different doctors and writing her scripts and doing tests and charging for said tests and all of that. I mean, the American healthcare system loves her.
The medicine I'm taking for my hypothyroidism is working to see if I need to like take more, increase that or whatever it may be. So we're going to do labs for that. And there was another lab that he was pulling. I don't remember what it is at the moment, but I have to print off all those papers. And I'm actually going to go tomorrow to get that done. So yeah, I'm like worried that the itching can be due to liver. I don't know. The body is just like magnificent and like a good way and a bad way. In the ways of like, your body can do some crazy things, but it can also heal and it can change for the better. And I feel like your body genuinely fights for you.
Is your skin expanding to the circumference of a trampoline, your body fighting for you? I will say her organs are fighters. I mean, Amberlynn might not be a hard worker, but you can't say that about her organs.
Your body loves you, and you just need to do right by your body. But it's magnificent in the way of like...
Okay, take your own advice, girly pop. Don't be pointing in the camera telling other people that they need to be making good health decisions. We shouldn't... You're probably the last person we should be taking advice from when it comes to this topic.
Like, the crazy things it can do, the beautiful things it can do, and just health in general, whether it's mental, physical, whatever it may be. But anyways, I'm done rambling. I have to edit my Let's Talk, get that scheduled for tomorrow. Things are just genuinely so off. I was supposed to do my live stream yesterday. I was supposed to film my weigh-in, my what I ate today.
Yeah, she didn't do a weigh-in or a what I ate today because she's gained weight. It's obvious. It's obvious. I mean, you guys will see it, especially when she does this little try-on haul with the Minnie Mouse clothes. You'll definitely see it. I mean, we saw it in the last vlog when she was kind of dancing around like Peter Griffin imitating Stevie Nicks. You'll see it. But she doesn't film weigh-ins or what I ate today videos when she's gained. Because the only update she wants to give is a good update.
Just, I was not able to do any of these things, but everything is back in the swing of motion of things. Currently, right now, I don't think I'm going to have like a YouTube schedule. I just can't stick to something right now. I just have a lot going on behind the scenes. For sure, a vlog is going to go up.
Like, what? What? I have a lot going on behind the scenes. Doctor's appointments, bingo. The grocery store. What else is taking up all your time? That's so crazy to me. Donna, thank you so much for 10 months. I think the story about ordering double is just to cover how much she orders. Oh, yeah. No, there was something wrong with the first order, so I had to reorder it. I threw away the first order, but doesn't mention that she ate the order out of the trash. Yeah. Messy Jessie, thank you for 2 months. Do you think her chatters are generally fans or trolls? What's the ratio going on in there? I think that there are people that don't really... I mean, I think there's people that just kind of spectate and observe. I don't think that people really care. I think that a lot of people that watch Amberlynn, they don't really care about her. They don't really care for her. They don't really care if she gets better, if she gets worse. It's just kind of like observing the mess. So I would say that's what a majority is. I don't know if I would call that demographic a troll or a fan. But I would say that she has more trolls than fans. But the majority is neither of those two. Grand Canyon, thank you. I hope Chantal comes and visit. When I leave the house, I put you on the TV to babysit my dog. Now when I say Amberlynn, his ears perk. Really? Oh my gosh. I'm the white noise for the dog when you leave the house. Well, hey, I appreciate it.
Every Monday though, because I genuinely love vlogging. It's literally my favorite. But just like the weigh-ins and the what I ate today's, that to me is just messing with me. All right, you guys. So it has been hours since I last talked to you. I have taken Twinkie out. I have showered. I edited my Let's Talk. I scheduled it to go up. And then I was editing this. And then I went onto my health chart portal thing just to see if I forgot to tell you guys anything. And I did. The other thing.
God, she looks like the weeping willow tree from Prisoner of Azkaban.
That they're doing labs for me is to see if I have a liver autoimmune disease. So that's kind of within the liver panel. I didn't even know there was a such thing. I have no idea, but I'm just very grateful for my doctor that he's trying to figure this out because like...
Yeah, that's how you know that this is BS. I just got done taking Twinkie out. Uh-huh. Laying down a new piss pad.
What? I'm itching so hard I am causing welts. Like I'll show you a picture here of how it looked right after I was done itching it. Like there was nothing on my skin. Like this is an internal itch. It's not like a rash or anything like that. I was itching so hard. I created that and then the welt like went down and now it's just red. And the other thing is I have like a slightly elevated blood pressure. Like when I was in the ER.
Well, you know what they say about an itching palm. Oh, of course, like a bunch of medical symptoms come up when I Google that. But I thought that itching palm meant that you're greedy. And that's funny because they were just accusing her of the superstition that an itchy palm signifies money. If your right palm itches, it indicates that you're going to be getting money. And if your left palm itches, it indicates that you're going to lose money. I always thought that itching palm meant you're like, you know, eager to get your hands on some money. Having itchy palms is said that you're about to lose or gain money. Well, in all honesty, she is losing money, so that's kind of, you know, living up to the superstition. She is losing money, without a doubt. Or maybe it's that she's going to be gaining money, because after she turns on her memberships, the $5 a month, and starts doing her public live streams, she will be making more money. Huh. Crazy Hamster, thank you. I'm watching you in the hotel the night before I go to Disneyland for my birthday. Can I get an early birthday shout out? You certainly can. Let's get some hamster emojis in the chat for Crazy Hamster's birthday. Have fun at Disneyland. I've never been. Chica Cosplay, thank you so much for your membership. Happy to have you on the team. Cyrita, thank you for 7 months. My 5-year-old daughter said, "That's big legs." I'm crying. All right, so there were people out there, 5-year-olds included, that were able to clock what that image was.
A couple months ago when I first got there, my blood pressure was a little elevated, but like as I sit there and I'm sitting in the ER bed, my blood pressure does go down to a normal rate, but for some reason, like whenever I'm up walking or if I'm just like nervous about a doctor's appointment, my blood pressure is always elevated. So I'm actually going to be put on some blood pressure medicine. And I'm very nervous about it because he said it could make me dizzy. And I just don't even like the thought of that. The side effect of being dizzy outweighs what could happen from having elevated blood pressure. Okay, you guys, so this is just a little mini up.
Boy, Angelica Pickles really let herself go. What'd I say, y'all? The Betsy Johnson top. I said, as we begin to approach the other end of the spectrum, you know, about some clothes being a little bit more roomy and comfortable as you gain weight versus you having those pair of pants that when you're on the lower end of things, you feel more confident wearing those tight pair of pants. The Betsy Johnson top is like the break the glass in case of emergency top that Amberlynn opts for. And you know what? I hate to say it, but maybe even the Betsy Johnson dress at this point might not even be in the rotation.
Update about my labs. I went there today and online they said they close at a certain time, but I went there and that wasn't actually accurate. I literally was 20 minutes late. They said they closed at a certain time. I got there an hour before they closed, or what they said they closed online. That's okay. I'll just go a different day.
This seemingly happens to her very frequently. Well, I didn't know their hours, or they canceled my appointment. When I showed up, they said that it was, you know, no longer in the system. The place closed. They canceled her without telling her. She went a day early. It's always some type of excuse.
Yeah. Tomorrow is 4th of July though, so they said that they're not going to be open until Monday, so I might go Monday, get my labs done, and I'm going to be downright completely vulnerably honest right now. I think I have too much anxiety taking my blood pressure medicine. So my blood pressure was 152 over.
I thought that you're cool, calm, and collected. I thought that you're confident. I'm going to be genuinely vulnerable and say that my blood pressure medication makes me anxious. This is so stupid.
Over 86, I'm pretty sure. So it's nothing like extremely insane. It is high, yes. But like, I don't know what it is. I feel so anxious to take it. Genuinely, I think it's because like my doctor warned me that I'm going to be dizzy on it more than likely, especially in the beginning, because your body gets used to having a certain blood pressure. So
it's the doctor's fault. I don't want to take my blood pressure medicine because my doctor warned me of a potential side effect, and his communication of that potential side effect made me anxious. So therefore, I'm not going to take it. Oh, wow. The merry-go-round of her mind.
Then when it lowers, it feels almost as if your blood pressure is too low. I don't know. I'm no doctor here. but that's just what I was told. So then your body gets dizzy and like eventually it evens out. But oh my God, I feel so anxious about it. And it's like Zoloft takes away all my anxieties almost, but not this one. But not this one.
Zoloft is selective in which anxiety it takes away from Amber. You know, guys, Zoloft does an excellent job at taking away all that pointless rumination, all that stupid anxiety that I just would rather just not exist. It does a great job at filtering it out, but not this. This is the one that slips through the cracks and really gets to me. Oh my God. Sir Dance a Latte, thank you. She has every fear and anxiety except for passing away in her 30s. Yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah, that point has been reiterated so often on here. L's RPH. Thank you so much for 18 months. I believe that you are the second or third person that has come in hot with an 18-month membership. Thank you so much for a year and a half of being here. This is all rage bait and feeder fodder. It's all downhill from here, Amber. We need a change, and we need to change soon. This is dire. Jennifer Linifer, thank you. I hate her intro. I'd rather have my back blown out than my eardrums. Okay. Yeah, I'm sure most people would too. Way to celebrate bad health with ice cream. So damn dainty. My doctor's appointment went well. Ice cream time.
One. So I'm having a hard time and I just don't know what to do. Anyways, tomorrow's 4th of July and I'm hanging out with my mom. I also hung out with my mom today. Celebrated some of my stepdad's birthday, which was really fun. My friend actually baked him a cake. It was so cute. I should have got a picture for you guys. I forgot. But tomorrow is 4th of July and...
Well, you were just so busy. Ah, Amberlynn, I would have loved to seen your stepdad's cake. Ah, come on. You didn't snag a picture of that? Well, you are an awfully busy girly pop, so I understand. Maybe next year, if you're around.
And I'm just in my closet actually trying to decide what to wear. I have like 2 red dresses. So we'll see if I wear one of those. I like to wear red for 4th of July personally.
A bull hates to see her coming.
Hello, happy 4th of July. It is the next day. I totally forgot that I got this red
This is so ugly. This like mesh stuff. Like, I understand what she's trying to do with this mesh undershirt. It's similarly functioning in the same way as the black leggings with her dresses. I see what she's trying to do, but I think it would be more... I think it would make more sense, and it might not look better, but it would function better if she just didn't have the under mesh part. I don't know.
polka dotted dress because I have like a mesh red dress, a lace red dress, and when I was looking in my closet, I'm like, now I have a polka dotted red dress. It's new. It was in my recent Torrid try-on haul, and I was like, you know what? Since it's new, I'm gonna wear it. So here's my little outfit of the day. I think it's super cute. Has pockets. All I am missing is blue. I do have blue mesh. Should I wear blue mesh? Because red, white, and then the blue mesh. No, I'm just gonna stick to the...
No, she doesn't want to have to change. That would constitute effort. Should I wear blue mesh to be red, white, and blue? Oh my god, that would be so cute. Ugh, but then I would have to walk into my room, take this off. Oh god, that would be a lot of effort. You know what? This is fine. I'm just gonna stay this way. I mean, yeah. This is a whole ass picnic table. Her eyebrows are cooked. Oh boy. Yeah, Biggie Mouse. Yeah, ain't no mini. Ain't no mini. Mega Mouse. Ugh. Ain't nothing mini about this mouse. Ah! When you give a mouse a cookie, right? Carissa, thank you. If I looked down and couldn't see my knees or feet, getting ice cream would be the last thing I'd do. That would be a wake-up call for you. Really, it would. Avery's Jungle, thank you so much for your membership. I appreciate you being a part of the YouTube team. Mad Hatter, thank you for your membership. There is a cyclone called Chantal right now. I did see Hurricane or Tropical Storm Chantal. It made landfall recently. I also saw that it hit an island off of, what was it, like Louisiana or one of those southern states. It hit an island called Bald Head Island. Very fitting, very fitting. I don't know yet. Thank you for your super chat. Do you think that Mama Lynn is the sole beneficiary on Amber's life insurance? I don't think she has life insurance. In terms of Amberlyn having a will, I don't even know if she has a will either. I don't know. It might be like a Liam Payne situation.
Black. And then I'm wearing my hair in pigtails again. My mom loves when I wear my hair like this. So I'm like, you know what? Thank you for hyping me up. So yeah, here's my outfit. This dress though, like, I prefer my dresses to be a little bit more snug in the back, but this is so loose. But that's okay. Gives me room to breathe. So every time I do a Torrid try-on haul, I'm always plucking. See, this is loose. Like, I don't pluck just because something's tight or doesn't fit. I genuinely think I'm just a plucker because it's just a weird habit. I don't know. Do you guys have habits where you're just like, why do I do that? I don't understand. I have multiple of those, including the plucking. Okay, guys, so I wanted to talk about this because it's very popular topic. I'm getting a lot of DMs on Instagram, and this
oh boy, all roads lead to Instagram DMs.
Genuinely has surprised me. So in my last vlog that I uploaded, I'm hanging out with my mom and my grandma, and my mom shares about when I was younger, some of like my tooth problems, how
Yeah, about how you had baby bottle syndrome at the age of 4 and how you were laying in a crib at the age of 4 and how you were ripping fur off of a stuffed animal and shoving it into your mouth so that you could take the pain away. Yeah, I would think that people would have opinions to share about that too if you made it public on the internet. But okay, go ahead.
Had baby bottle rot or whatever it's called, and how I slept in a crib when I was 4 and I still used a bottle. And a lot of people are like, oh my God, why would Amberlynn share that story? Like, what the heck? That paints her mom in such a bad light. And I'm over here just like, what? That's nothing. That was like my normal. That was like a
well, I mean, if you're kind of suggesting that there's way worse than that and people are raising their eyebrows at that, and you're going to be met with all sorts of comments and criticisms and what have you when you make things public on the internet for everybody to see on YouTube. So I don't know why she's shocked about this. If her having baby bottle syndrome at the age of 4 and shoving fake stuffed animal fur into her mouth to act as some type of tooth aid is the good, I'd hate to hear the bad.
Story that me and my mom and my dad share with everybody because we find humor in it. And it started.
What? See, I don't understand that. Why is that humorous? Why is child neglect and child endangerment humorous? And why are you so willing to share that story as well? Huh? She made that public on purpose, hoping that people would bring it up. She made that public, and now she's bringing it up because no one reacted the way that she hoped. Well, what way are you suggesting that she expected people to react? Was she expecting people to like make fun of her so that she could turn around and play victim? I don't find any humor in this. I don't think that a 4-year-old in a crib with rotting teeth shoving fur in there, I think that that's extremely sad, very twisted and dark.
To make me think that like some of my trauma is like so normalized to me, and that's what I was used to growing up, that like that story genuinely.
She wanted people to be sympathetic. Oh. Woe is Amber.
Didn't even feel like anything bad. If anything, it kind of highlighted how far my mom has come. If so many people took it like the wrong way of like, wow, her mom was so neglectful. I mean, yeah, like my mom admits to that. She's very...
Karina suggested that this is more mom slander from Pookie. Oh, well, she takes any opportunity to throw that mom under the bus. Any chance she gets to make her look like a piece of shit, neglectful, absent mom, she'll always take that. Because that serves as a reminder that she is the reason why Amberlynn turned out the way that she is. You know, because in Amberlynn's mind, everything is always someone else's fault. So that's like the perfect thing for her. Well, I'm this way because of all the trauma, because I was subjected to that because of her. Blame it on her. We had 5 gifted memberships come in from Laura Case. Thank you so much for doing that yet again, Laura Case. I appreciate you sending in memberships to expand the community. I would like to celebrate with some briefcase emojis in the chat. Let's hear it up for Laura Case. Thank you, Laura Case. I appreciate you doing that yet again. Blame mom for everything. Yeah. Let's blame mom for everything. Every piss poor decision, every instance in which she treated people poorly, every calorie that's ever been consumed, it's the mom's fault. Ultimately. And that's her ultimate fantasy, to blame someone else. I mean, she does it in every scenario. Every scenario, it's always someone else's fault. Or something else's fault. Avery's Jungle, thank you so much. Amberlynn and Eugenia should switch moms. The thing that's interesting about Eugenia's mom is that I think that if Eugenia were super morbidly obese, like Amber is, she would also protect Eugenia and respect her decision to live the life that, you know, her ED encourages her to live. Because if you don't know this, Eugenia's brother is like kind of not like Amber, but like in the vicinity of Amber. So that's really the major difference between like those two kids. They're in their 30s. But I think that Deb Cooney would function in the same way of enabling something like this as she does for Eugenia's ED. What are her eyebrow gems? Oh, I don't know. This is like a new thing that not really new. I mean, she's done this in the past, but like she gets these like little like stickers and like puts them on her eye. I think that they look like dabs of ranch personally, but I don't know. She thinks they look good, I guess. Medicinal pothead, thank you. At this point, inpatient wouldn't even work. Take her to an island and leave her there like Survivor. Amberlynn has been cast for Survivor 50. You think Amberlynn and Jeff Probst would get along? Abyssal Bunny, thank you so much. One of those 2 couch cushions is generous. Oh, mean. Are you suggesting that Amberlynn takes up more than 2 couch cushions?
Open about that. My mom will be 10 years sober November 1st of this year. 10 years, a decade.
She likes to mix this kind of language in when talking about her mom. Because if anybody has any critiques for the mom or anything to say about Amberlynn's past or any type of commentary, she always likes to say the the thing about the sobriety, because then it's like, well, look, she's changing her life around, and if you attack her sobriety, then you're just a nasty piece of shit. She likes to mix in the concept of like the mom being sober with like making changes and stuff like this. It's very calculated.
And if people think the story about my teeth and me being in a crib is bad, that's nothing. Like, that's genuinely just a story that we've always shared. That's why we laughed so much during the story. Me and my mom both.
But is that enough? Like, just because you have worse stories to tell, that means it's okay for you to tell ones that are already suggesting child neglect and endangerment? Well, if you think that's bad, I should tell you this story. Then you'll really be like. So does that mean I don't understand why that's the green light, because there's something worse.
Both are used to like chaos, and my mom has gone through so much, and you know, in her sobriety she has had to confront so many different things, and she has to talk about these things to heal from them and to not have so much guilt over these things. And she's had to ask for forgiveness, and I have forgiven her my whole life. I very much am unconditional in that regard. But a big thing.
No. Don't use that word. Don't use that word. There is nothing unconditional about you, Amberlynn. You are very much so a hold people in, but not keep them too close. Yeah. Here, I'll give you money. Yeah, Destiny, Dana, you guys need some money? Okay, no. I just want to help you out. I mean, like, I don't want you guys to be on the streets. You're my friends. No, I don't need anything back. A few weeks go by. You guys need to come over here and help me move. You need to do this. I gave you money. I gave you fucking money. There's people out there that will do stuff and treat it like it's a favor or a gift, but then when they need to call in the favor, they will. Amberlynn and her mom have unconditional love for one another? No. If that mom started to say, hey, you know what, girl, I can't drive you around anymore. Hey, girl, you know what? I can't wipe you. Hey, girl, you know what? You're going to have to find another way to get your groceries because I can't be driving you to Walmart every week like this. You don't think that Amberlynn would suddenly start to have some conditions about that? Oh, well, what about the time that you left me and my brother out in the woods while you were strung out on whatever you were able to get your hands on? Remember when you were a piece of shit mom and you did that? Like, you don't think that Amberlynn would call in all those others? She would definitely call all that in. She would definitely use that guy unconditional. Oh, come on. Everything about Amberlynn is conditional. Holding it over your head. Yeah. She continues to punish her mother. I think that she's exploiting the mom. I think that she's manipulating the mom. I think that she knows that mom feels... She knows that the mom is trying to do better for herself. She knows that the mom is trying to change. And she's using that goodwill of the mom trying to be a better person to her advantage, because she knows that at that point she can exploit her to live her little fucked up, lazy, fat lifestyle that she has. C Styles, thank you so much. Seeing her feet peek out from under those sacks of goo made me picture Atlas struggling with the world on his back. Oh my God. I remember I went to Rainforest Cafe like many years ago, and there was like a big structure of like that Atlas holding up the world, and it was like a waterfall. It was so cool looking. Rally Point, thank you so much. Mom treats her to yogurt after a doctor's appointment. She shouldn't even be at if her health mattered. Yeah, right. It's like the whole reason we're here is because you've been eating shit like ice cream, and now we're going to go get ice cream after the appointment. Lily, thank you so much for the Twitch tip. I appreciate that. Does this work? Is it the workaround so YouTube doesn't take a cut? The way that you just sent in a donation, it goes directly to my Streamlabs account, so it doesn't take a 30% cut like a super chat does. So I get the full amount of what you send in. So that's really, Twitch doesn't do super chats. So me providing a link like that is the only way that I'm able to have like a super chat on Twitch. So that's why that's there. But yeah, I get the full amount actually. Just Jamie, thank you. Our girl gained 80 pounds on Lexapro. Yikes. I mean, I gained a lot of weight on Lexapro too. I did too. I mean, it wasn't 80 pounds, but I gained a lot of weight on Lexapro too.
Is my mom always said, anything that she put me through in my life is my story, and I'm willing to share it. And what I love about...
See, but that doesn't mean you should. My mom said that I could talk about this. Well, that doesn't mean that you should. Just because you can do something doesn't mean you should. My mom put me through hell, and she said that if I want to talk about what happened in hell, I can, because that's my story. Well, not all stories need to be communicated. I don't know. And for someone that, you know, seemingly wants to hold their cards closer to their chest lately, these are just kind of strange things to be communicating in your vlogs, but whatever. I don't know yet. Hello. Has Amber ever been on Zoloft long enough for the effects to show up? I think that she said that this time now of her being on an antidepressant, like this is the longest that she has ever continuously taken a medicine and hasn't just like taken it for a few days and quit.
Sharing it now, this day and age, is that's the past. And seeing how far my mom has come is just so incredible. You guys wouldn't believe where my mom used to be in the childhood that I genuinely had. And
but yeah, we get it. She's come a far way. She's come a long way from the, you know, back in the 90s when all this was taking place. We understand that. But why do we need to revisit like the darkness that was taking place in 1994 in a crib? You guys don't understand how far she's come. Like, what is she trying to communicate here? That she's telling us these stories to show how much progress she's made? I want you guys to see what rock bottom looks like so that you can understand how much she and I have ascended. Is that what she's trying to do here?
A lot of people have said through my years on YouTube, Amberlynn, why do you talk so badly about your parents? Why do you share this and that? Why do you over exaggerate your childhood? The crazy thing is, I underplay everything because I love my parents so much and I don't want them to be painted in a bad light. And that's a big reason why I don't talk about foster care or why I was in foster care or things around it, because I'm not over exaggerating. I'm downplaying everything that I went through, I guess for this reason, because I don't want people to like look at my parents and think of them in a harsh way. But then it just gets convoluted and confusing because it's like, my story is my story and my mom has come so...
This just all seems like bullshit. I mean, the main criticism she's receiving from this is you shouldn't be telling these kinds of stories. And she's doing a whole lot of politician Lynn here, talking in a circle, not really giving a straightforward answer. Well, you guys don't understand. Like, I'm downplaying it. And when I tell you guys crazy stories like that, like, that's not even the worst of it. Like, what does this have to do with anything? I mean, whatever, Amber, it's your channel, it's your life. If you want to talk about this stuff, it's strange. And it just doesn't paint your mom in a good way. But, you know, whatever. Honestly, I don't even really have the highest opinion of that mom anyway. I mean, ever since the whole thing happened with the service animal and then like the charges were actually because of like the elderly person. Like, could you imagine today if the original charges that we talked about, like, what was that, like a year and a half ago, 2 years ago at this point, if that was all today and it was still on file, on record about that service animal and that story was true and it wasn't actually an elderly person, how up in arms Girl World would be. But because it was an elderly person, it's like, oh, okay, like whatever. But hey, you know what? That's just like the world we live in. Sometimes you go on the side of the road and you see a homeless person, and then you see the homeless person with a dog, and it's like, oh, the dog.
So far, and every single day I'm like, you did that, woman. I'm so proud of you. She is such an inspiration. Like, it just makes my heart feel so full. Like, if we could plug in a little device, this is such a Black Mirror episode, plug in a device and see my memories or see my mom's memories and then look at her now, you guys, it is such a beautiful thing how amazing and glorious life is once you find that sobriety and you completely change your life. Me and my mom are going to Ross.
Hey, what's up?
Look at her hair, how pretty it is, and she wants to cut it all off. She wants to cut all that. Girl.
Yeah.
So next weekend she might cut it.
Yep.
Are you excited?
Yeah. I'm getting it dyed gray and black. So when my grays come in, you can't really tell.
Smart. This is 2017 Amberlyn. And then you come over here, current Amberlyn. That is so cute. Some woman just said she likes my whole vibe. I thought that was so sweet. So I
Aw, Amberlynn. Getting compliments in public. That's kind of the norm. Oh my god, she told me I smelled good. Oh my god, she told me I had nice tits. The cocktail waitress wanted my autograph. Anywhere Amberlynn goes, she is just the star of the show. Oh Lordy Jordy fan, thank you. As someone with anxious attachment, you can't just take pills and it goes away. You have to work on yourself. It has taken me a year to work on it. Yeah, pills aren't always the answer. And, you know, when I say that, I'm not dogging on SSRIs and everything, but, you know, kind of in my rant earlier, what I was really trying to communicate is, like, you still need to work on yourself and you still need to make changes. You know, just because your anxiety dies down, that doesn't mean that all the other problems dissipate as well. Golly and Molly, thank you. Golly, it's Molly. Came in late, but of course I have to start, or watch from the start. I'll be replay. Had to still stop and send my love to Jordy and all my girls. Sorry, I stuttered a lot over your super chat. I really appreciate that, Molly. Thank you so much. We'll see you when you get here, when you catch up. Corpse Flower, hello. I hate that Amber's on the same meds as me. She ruined Zoloft for me. Ah!
I was genuinely thinking about getting this until I looked at the price. $52.99. Not bad, but is it worth it? So we're standing above this river on this bridge here. There's the city.
Oh, I think this is what she did last year too. Yeah, they just pulled off on the side of the highway here, and this is where they wanted to watch fireworks. They did this exact scene this time last year.
So when it gets dark, there's fireworks coming from every angle possible. So this is where we like to come. Oh, they're already started. Thumbnail.
Thumbnail, what's that mean?
I don't know. Do you see the city?
Yeah.
I mean, I do know. Thumbnail is like for the video.
Oh, thumbnail.
That people see.
Oh,
Welcome to Oklahoma City, the bridge where all the fireworks are.
oh, they can't really see them.
We can't see the city. You're in the way.
Right, like,
No, it must get darker.
yeah.
And then pretty soon the whole bridge is going to be filled up with people. We already have some people down there. There's tons of people on that bridge. But pretty soon this whole one is going to be filled.
What is there to do in Oklahoma City? I don't know, but from what I do know about Oklahoma, I don't hear very nice things about Oklahoma. I've also read recently that there's a lot of gang violence in Oklahoma as well. But hey, you know what? Amberlynn doesn't really have any other option, because this is really the only part of the world where someone is willing to take care of her. You can go out to eat or play bingo. Wow, that's enough for girly pop. Bibliophile, thank you. Not to trauma dump, but the ED is shaming me badly. Thanks for the much needed levity in the chat. I can laugh through the latest neurosis storm. Hope you have a good rest of your week, bibliophile. I appreciate having you here. Stephanie S., thank you for 11 months. I can't do SSRIs. I've reacted poorly. I've been on Wellbutrin for 3.5 months, and it's great. It helps me without leaving me numb and angry. Well, that's great. Yeah. And, it is a lot of trial and error, unfortunately. Because sometimes they can make it worse. And usually when you first get on the pill, it doesn't, fix it the way that you want it to fix it immediately.
Doesn't do it justice though, it's so weird. Like, why aren't you seeing what I'm seeing?
Okay, lovely. I've actually never seen fireworks before, so I really appreciate this footage. MB, thank you. Mama Lynn failed Amberlynn as a child, and now she's failing her now as an adult. She has failed Amberlynn everywhere in between. Yeah. That's actually kind of a morbid way to look at it. Failed her as a kid, and now she's enabling her as an adult, and that's failing her, and it's just in a different way. Cheese grits, thank you. She can't sit on the doctor's table. How did she get the stirrups at the gyno when she had cancer? I've never thought about this. I've never thought about that either, and in all honesty, I don't want to think about it. Thank you, though. Tim R., hi. Would you ever do a competing public live stream when Amber goes live in August? Like, you mean like live stream while she's live streaming? Maybe, if it overlaps with the time that I go live. I don't know. I haven't given it much thought, but in terms of sniping her, no, I don't want to stream snipe her. Stephanie, thank you so much. WebMD Lynn to the rescue with her new symptoms. I think it's her hand skin stretching over the catcher's mitt. Love you, Jord. Hand skin stretching over the catcher's mitt. Oh my gosh. I do want to go to at least one baseball game this season. It's been a couple years. Latinas for Jordy, thank you so much. I appreciate 3 months of membership. I miss you, my Latino king. I'm not Latino. Wait. What do you mean? I'm not Latino. I'm confused. Thank you, Danny. Lorelai, thank you for 1 year of membership on YouTube. I appreciate that, Lorelai. Thank you, thank you. C Styles, hello. This manatee didn't really just say, you need to do right by your body, right? Right? Yeah, I know. Amberlynn telling us that we need to do right by our bodies. Meanwhile, her organs are about to revolt. Cece, thank you. Itchy palms at night is an indicator of scabies. Oh, I've never heard that. Oh boy, you're giving her something else to worry about, but you know what? It's a good thing that she doesn't watch these streams, so she'll never hear this. Sig EMT, thank you. Does she just Google stuff to have symptoms of? You mean like a hypochondriac? Yeah, you could say that. Oh boy. Amberlynn's chicken sausage, thank you. Liabetes Lynn probably has cellulitis again. Oh, scabies, cellulitis. I don't know. Is she due for a new antibiotic? I mean, it has been like a month or a month and a half since she's taken an antibiotic, so she's probably due for it. Long ass day, 24/7. Thank you for 14 months on Twitch. My husband said that if her hands itch from playing with it too much, hairy palms. Moose says hello. Uncle Jordy and Shorties, hello to Moose. Thank you so much. In regards to the first part of your message, I have no comment for that. But thank you so much, and I appreciate your husband's wild imagination. Obese and deceased, thank you so much. I appreciate the super sticker. Thank you, thank you. Gay Frog Wizard, thank you, hello. Who's gripping those handlebars? Bad handlebars. I can ride my bike with no handlebars. No handlebars. No handlebars. Slime Privilege, thank you. Our girl is officially on blood pressure meds. I'm so happy for her. What a slay. Who knows if she'll stay on it, though. It gives her anxiety, Slime Privilege. Who knows if she'll feel comfortable staying on it. I don't know. She'll probably work herself up into having some type of side effect that will scare her off of it. Only time will tell. Walmart Paper Plate, thank you for your membership. Welcome to the team, Walmart Paper Plate. Nenny, hi, thank you for 7 months. When she wears those pigtails, she reminds me of a middle-aged coworker from Texas Roadhouse, desperately trying to look and be young again. Trying to reclaim her youth, huh? Yeah, and most of the time when people make changes like that, it sticks out like a sore thumb, and it's like, you would look better if you just allowed yourself to age naturally instead of all of the filler and the Botox and the hair. And yeah, it just looks unnatural and cringe. Brian Cook, thank you. Amber's body is not a wonderland. It's Candyland. Hey, one of my favorite board games as a child. Oh, God. I think that's a John... What's that one John's name? The one that dated Taylor Swift. Your body's a wonderland. I think that's a song of his. What is that guy's name? John Mayer. Thank you. John Mayer. Yeah. Were you quoting that song? Latinas for Jordy. Thank you again. In my deep, majestic sleep, as I slumber away into a beautiful, angelic dream, head on my fluffy pillow, a sound echoes in my brain. Hello, it's ready. Oh boy, who needs to count sheep when you have a talking scale? Faith, thank you for 2 months of Prime membership. Happy to have you on the Twitch team, thank you. Bella Morgan, hello. I went to a 4th of July barbecue and there was a Chihuahua named Twinkie and Code Red Mountain Dew. Was your 4th of July party in Oklahoma by chance? That's too funny. Oh my God. Code Red Mountain Dew's good. I like it. Mincher Warehouse, thank you so much. Minnie Mouse just went to a 3X. The next woke Disney film. You think that Disney is going to have a health at every size arc? Neuro, thank you so much. Shout out to my roommate, finally indoctrinated him into girl world by never shutting up about it. Also, fat. Well, Neuro's roommate, we're so happy to have you. Really hope that you find fat bitch drama as interesting as your roommate does. Hope you stick around. Thank you, Neuro and Neuro's roommate. Julie Bean. Hi, Julie Bean. First of all, let's just call her Amber. Lynn is her middle name. Second, pigtails go on an actual pig. She actually has said that she doesn't like being called Amber. Her mom calls her Amber and she doesn't like it. Amberlynn likes to be called Amberlynn. So yeah, I think I agree with you. We should call her Amber. Avery's Jungle, thank you. What I meant by them switching moms is one actually lose weight and the other would gain weight. That's what I meant. Yeah, I know that's what you meant. But I was just like adding on to that. Like, you know, you would think that that's the way it would go, but in all honesty, Deb herself is obese and Eugenia's brother is obese. So, you know, but I know what you meant. Walmart paper plates, thank you. Amber just had to have someone blamed for her size, so there's no reason for her to try to lose weight as it is not her fault. Oh, she's found that person. Yeah, that person drives her around everywhere. She's definitely found that person. Exactly, Teardrop. Les eat. Thank you. Her legs probably smell like NYC street garbage on a 100-degree day. Oh, God. I don't know what it is, but the past few times I've gone to New York City, it just smells like pot. Like everywhere. Everywhere smells like pot. So I don't know. New York City street garbage, that might be a nice smell to counter all the pot. Beverly and Peach, hello. Look up the arcade machine, Feed Big Bertha. We pulled that up on here not too long ago. That was so funny. You throw the balls in that big like doll's mouth. Oh my god, so funny. If I ever find an arcade with that game, I know where I'm spending all my coins. Squid, thank you. I'm so tired of her putting down her mom in every single upload because she thinks it makes her look better in comparison. It doesn't. Yeah, and she kind of does this whole like, well, I'm so forgiving of her, so that makes me a good person. I'm forgiving of her and I'm understanding of her journey. That makes me empathetic. Like, I just think it's weird that this continues to be brought up. Mia, hi. I asked my mom if 152/86 blood pressure is high, and she had a look of terror on her face, saying it's dangerously high. Yeah, what is the standard? I think it's like 110/70. I could be wrong. But who would have guessed that Amberlynn has high blood pressure, you know? Deborah Kirk, thank you. No time to do a weigh-in post. How come that only happens when she's gained? Swollen cantaloupe Lynn. Yeah, no time. And that conveniently only ever happens when she's gained. Hit the nail on the head, Deborah. Dana, hi Dana. I think I'm at a point where I can't consume Amberlynn content anymore. Jordy, I adore you and the community so much, I'll watch anything else you cover. Well, lucky for you, we kind of have been looking at different topics lately. You know, for a long time, I was just Amberlynn, and then, you know, I started to do Eugenia and Foodie and Doherty Dozen. And yeah, I'm always about looking at other stuff. Like I said, Girl World won't be forever. It won't. Shay Machete, thank you. First time catching a live. Love you, Jordy. Thanks for all the hours of entertainment. I appreciate the compliment. Thank you so much for sending in a super chat. I appreciate your donation immensely. Cozy Mushrooms. Hi, Cozy. If she wanted to protect her mom, she wouldn't be sharing this horrifying shit, and being sober doesn't mean they can't be held accountable for past behavior. There are things that you can't come back from. Yeah. In terms of like things that are unforgivable, I've definitely had this conversation in the past about things being unforgivable. Girl World's perception on that mom is drastically different than when the whole service dog stuff was going around. And I think that that's very telling to human nature when they hear about, you know, an animal, something happening to an animal versus an older person. It's like some things are unforgivable. And it's like, oh, you know, I'm glad that you turned your life around. I'm glad that you turned your life around. I'm glad you're making better decisions and everything, but I agree with you, Cozy. Nikki, thank you for the super sticker. Emmy Christina, thank you for 7 months. Replay gang, this is Bananas. Gwen Stefani. Oh, and Fat, love you. This shit is bananas. Bananas. Apprehensive yeehaw, thank you. I'm just realizing pigtails are a part of her attempt at being an e-girl, but her style is so bad that it doesn't translate. Oh my god, remember the era of Twitch hot tub streamers? Maybe Amberlynn's trying to revive that. Jernikern, hello. Sorry if I'm a bit behind, but that picture of Amber's feet, you said it's weird she's standing and not sitting on the doctor's office. I think that she was sitting. No, I meant that she's not sitting on the designated chair for patients. That she was sitting on another chair in the office. She wasn't sitting on like the piece that had that like paper on it, the chair that had the paper on it. She's definitely sitting. Yeah. I just meant not sitting in the designated chair for patients. Disco Queen, thank you so much for the very generous super chat. I celebrated my birthday early tonight, and my Starbucks work bestie got me a cake that says, "To our favorite Hectacona girl," with a hilarious butchered picture of Twinkie, and I cackled like Mama Lynn. Oh my gosh. I got a Dairy Queen cake, not to make it all about me, but I got a Dairy Queen cake back when we used to be covering Alicia more frequently. And I got it to say, like, but first coffee, or whatever that stupid line was that she always used to say. DQ ice cream cakes are legit. Enjoy. That sounds awesome. I wish I had a slice. Amanda, thank you. This 2-ton Mickey Mouse wishes she could be Minnie. Not very nice. Grace, 2 ton. Come on, 2 ton? That's 4,000 pounds. She's at least 3. Come on, 4. Courtney, thank you. Black and Yellow Lynn, fellow Pittsburgher here from South Park. Pleased to be here tonight. Happy birthday, Fat! There's a restaurant out by South Park I really like. But it's Italian. It might actually, you know what, that actually might be more Bethel Park. But you guys are kind of close. I really like that one restaurant, Pasta 2 out there. Thank you so much for sending that in, Courtney. I appreciate it. Ann Rays, hey Ann. And that's a wrap with 20-piece McNuggets. Good night, girly pops. You know what? Speaking of nuggets and that, I think that the snack wraps are supposed to be coming out at McDonald's soon. Oh boy. This is as good a time as ever, I suppose. Oh, I can't wait to get a snack wrap. Ooh, I think that that's soon. I think it's like this week, actually. Thanks for reminding me. Well, not really, but that's what it reminded me of. Chevy, hey Chevy, thank you. I'm dropping in on my lunch break. I miss you all. Have a good rest of your lunch break, Chevy. I appreciate that. We'll catch you on the replay. Thanks for sending that in. That dress could be a picnic blanket for a family of 10 and a whole colony of ants. July 10th are the snack wraps. What? Oh my God. Need. Oh gosh. Yeah, maybe we'll make a specific snack wrap episode for the More Jordy channel. Cats with food names, thank you. I want to pull her ponytails. Yoink. Like that scene out of Matilda where they like spin the girl around. Oh boy. All right, everybody. I think that is going to be it for our Amberlynn live stream this evening. We are caught up on anything and everything girly pop. I believe that Amberlynn's next tentative upload is going to be Wednesday. So I'm thinking if we do go live tomorrow, it will either be a foodie booty or a miscellaneous topic stream. Wednesday, tentatively Amberlynn, maybe not though, because if she's not filming these weigh-ins or these what I ate today videos, then there's really nothing for us to cover. So I guess that we will do Amberlynn whenever we do Amberlynn. I don't really know when that will be, but yeah, I'm thinking that the next stream will be either Chantal or a miscellaneous topic. So I will see you guys then. Thank you so much for all of the memberships, super chats, gifted memberships, bits, everything that was sent in this evening. I really